Now, we all understand immigration. We've talked about the immigration issue in the UK many times over recent years on this program. That seems to be the #1 issue driving people to reform. What would you say are the other issues? What are issues 2 and 3 where reform have got it over the Conservatives?
Oh, definitely cost of living and energy. I mean, our energy policy is probably the most bonkers thing ever because we have one of the highest energy prices in the industrialized world, and yet we're literally an island floating on energy. It doesn't make any sense. We have our current energy minister, Ed Miliband, who lives in cloud cuckoo land, who's banning drilling in the drilling of oil in the North Sea, which Donald Trump has rightly said is completely insane. We were supposed to be having £300 off of our yearly energy bills for years now. That hasn't happened. We've invested hundreds of billions of pounds into renewable energy since 2010, and prices have only skyrocketed. So that's something that's certainly resonating with a lot of reform-leaning voters because it's really crushing businesses as well.
It's extraordinary, Esther. I don't know whether you've ever been to Australia, but if we changed a few names, including of the parties, and swapped out Reform for One Nation and the Conservative Party for the Coalition here, and those issues, immigration, energy and cost of living, this same scenario is playing out here in identical fashion, which is why the UK situation is endlessly fascinating for us. But I do want to go to something a little bit off-piste, if you like, because you've brought to our attention what the Labor government, what the Starmer government is doing in the UK, the latest step on animal rights, and they're banning the tossing of crabs or lobsters into boiling water. Can you talk us through this one? Surely this is overreach.
Yes, this is clearly a part of Keir Starmer's horde of vegans that are creating this policy to further overburden the hospitality industry. Apparently, you can't boil lobsters alive. Their solution is to stun them. Even the professional industrial stunning equipment costs at least £3,500, and they're not small. So this is a burden on already struggling businesses. But you just also have to think of the logic of this. So you're not going to ban you're not going to make religious exceptions for like halal slaughter, for example, which is far more cool than boiling lobsters alive. Exactly, but you expect us to cuddle animals to death. I mean, they're also trying to ban CO2, slaughtering cows with CO2 by knocking them out with the carbon dioxide gas, which is actually quite a common practice, particularly in places like Germany. And their solution, again, is to read them Spandau Ballet's lyrics and cuddle them to death. It's ludicrous.
We have an expression in Australia that says, "Don't come the raw prawn with me." And I reckon Starmer is coming the raw prawn with the Brits when he's banning the boiling of lobsters and crabs. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week, Esther. Esther Kraku there.